What is good, fam? You know who I am, Wealthy Westbrooks, back with another video. I want to propose a question. I want to ask a question. It's pretty controversial, but are Americans arrogant? Are Americans arrogant? I am American, right? I'm an American, straight up. So it's like, if I have to ask and analyze even myself, am I arrogant? I mean, bro, like, could be, you know what I'm saying? There's probably times when I am. There's probably times when I am perceived that way, or at least I act that way. But here's the thing about arrogance. First of all, it's a kingly trait. It's a high status trait of the royal. Let's just get that out the way. So there's really nothing wrong with being arrogant historically, okay? The problem is most people aren't at a higher level. So when they see someone who's quote unquote arrogant, it turns them off because their arrogance is just sort of like, it shows like where they're lacking, and it just puts things in perspective, and sometimes it's uncalled for, and it's, you know, it can come across a certain type of way. But here's the thing, why am I saying all this, and what are we really talking about? Bro, like, I want to really give you some game, because I've been traveling a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I've been traveling the world a bit, you know what I'm saying? I've been to some countries now, and the whole thing is, bro, what I'm seeing in America is, yes, I would say Americans are arrogant. Now, rightfully so, only to an extent and only a certain group, right? The thing about Americans being arrogant is like, bro, yes, it's the land of the free. Yes, it's the land of opportunity, supposedly. You know, we have all these great things going on, arguably. Okay, great, I get it. And so if you're doing really well here, and if you're succeeding here, which, I mean, I would argue this is one of the, it's just very controversial, but is America one of the easiest places to succeed in, or one of the hardest or most difficult? I mean, there's people who come from all around the world to America and make it happen. Yeah, people who are from America struggle and complain. But the point is, like, even though most people aren't at that level, there are some people who make it to the top in America, like the 1%. And I say they have the right to feel it and say and act arrogant, bro, because they're in the best country, they're driving the coolest cars, they got the nicest mansions, the nicest car fabrics, and like the best lifestyle, bro. I'm not gonna be mad, bro. If they're out there popping their shit, say they talking, say flexion, bro, it is what it is, bro. Like, let them peacock, bro. Let them do their thing, bro. People do this all around the world. In fact, I would say America is the initial influence, or like the biggest influence in that stuff. Besides maybe some of the fashion from Europe and some of the food and some of this places, but like, America has a huge influence, right? American culture is very impactful, bro. Everybody knows about America, and so like, whether you like the fact that we're arrogant or not, like whatever the case is, like, some of it's good, right? Some of it's got us on the map. Some of our people who might be perceived as arrogant, you know what I'm saying, they're changing the world, bro. They've changed lives, you know what I'm saying? They've set examples, and people they're role models, or whatever you want to say. So you can't just be like, oh, all arrogant people are bad, or all Americans who are arrogant are bad, bro. That's not the case, bro. Like, it just is what it is. Most people at the end of the day is like, because they don't reach that certain level, they have nothing to be arrogant about. And that's the worst type of American, is the person who's arrogant without any type of it's the entitlement, right? They're arrogant and entitled with no type of resume, right? With no type of expertise, with no type of evidence that they are actually that. And that's what the problem is. Because these people are in America and they're feeling they be feeling themselves so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just free yelling willy-nilly and thinking they can do and say and get away with anything, bro. But people have no manners, people have no respect, bro. People have no decency. People are very arrogant, and some of them are not, rightfully so. Like, they should not be that way, and that's the problem I see. And I think that's what a lot of people have, you know, as far as the problem with Americans, bro. It's like the people who don't have the credibility, the people who don't have the authority, the people who essentially are not in the position to act that way, still acting that way. That's when it's crazy. Like, if you're driving a like a POS car, but you're driving like you own the road, arrogant. You know what I'm saying? If you're like going around places, you're not dressing like to the code, or you're just like doing things that are just annoying, or just belligerent, or extra just attention seeking, and like you lack manners and class. American, bro. Americans don't really, like, we have no like class and awareness, bro. Especially the ones who just don't have that worldly lens. And that's what I'm observing, bro. People who, and no offense, bro, I had to learn this stuff, bro. I had to learn. We all have to learn. But that's the thing, bro. You know what I'm saying, Sam? It's like people can spot an American out right away. It's like out the country because you just have a certain energy and way about you. We have a certain way about us. We dress a certain way. We move a certain way. We talk a certain way. We sound a certain way. Obviously, nothing wrong with it in some regards, but sometimes it is a turn off, and sometimes that's not the way, bro. Right? Because, for example, like let's say you just go around, like Americans are on some like the road rage. Like Americans will just yell at you for no reason. They'll throw you the finger. They'll just like think they're important on the street. They'll try to get your attention, and they're just like all up in your face and all about your all in your business, bro. These places like around the world, like they're not like, it's not like that, bro. Their civilization is different, bro. Their civilization is different, bro. Like the way they move and interact with the community, their police, their infrastructure, their business, their hours of operation, bro. Like their store and their economic setup, bro. Like the way they handle life and business and each other is different. They have a certain, like it's just a different culture, and different respect, and a different just energy, bro. And here's something I thought about. Besides, like maybe a few places like Miami or Los Angeles or New York, and you know the places, bro. Like besides the typical places that you hear about that really aren't even all that great, in my opinion. I mean, they're cool, but like let's be honest. Besides those places, bro, no one's traveling and taking vacations to America. Who's coming to America just like on a holiday? I mean, some people, yes, obviously, but like the reality is, bro, people are going anywhere but America, bro, to get away from America. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder why. I'm just wondering why. Again, no shade, America. I'm made in the USA. But what I'm saying is, bro, like, why is it then if it's such a great place? I want to experience and see new things. Bro, I get it, duh. But like, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. You live in America and you temporarily go and see because you love it here. Because if you love it here, that would make sense. But you're probably also arrogant and don't understand that the world is more than just America, right? And so you've got this small lens, probably like, oh yeah, I'm an American, I just take little vacations. But have you ever really got immersed in the culture, or do you just vacation and do some American type shit? Sorry for the YouTube language, but like a lot of people just don't even they'll travel, but they don't really let themselves experience the place like that, bro. They'll stay in their hotel the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So the whole point, what I'm really saying is like, the whole thing is, the people outside of America, bro, they just keep to themselves. They don't really think higher of themselves than other people, generally speaking. Now, listen, I haven't been everywhere. There's still places I have yet to go, obviously. But from what I can see, I see why people look at that like that, and why no one really comes to America for real, unless they just want to work. America's just a really good place to work. That's really what I've concluded. America is a great place to work, make money, and invest. Other than that, bro, I see it, bro. Like, I see why when you get the money, then you travel outside. That's the hack, bro. That's really, if you want to know, I just gave you the sauce. I just gave you the play. Make money in America, make USD, learn English, right? And then travel and have fun and play outside the country. Like, entertain yourself outside the country. Because your dollar's going to go farther, first of all. Your currency is going to stretch farther, right? And the people are going to treat you better. And just, you're going to have a better experience, generally speaking. This is why I believe people just, the ones who get it, they work here in America because there's opportunity. Okay, cool. Especially now in the digital world, though, people are not here as much as they want. It could be, or as much as like they used to be. I'm saying, like, people are not here as much as you would think, right? Or as much as like you would say that you would think that they need to be. Bro, people are making moves, bro. You see it, bro. You see people all over the place making moves. All these digital nomads, places like Thailand, places like Bali, places like Dubai. People going all over the place, bro. Anywhere but America. Why? That's for the comments, bro. Comment below. Why are people going? Why do people go to other places? Even people who are not American. If they're not American, right? Why are they going to places like Spain? Why are they going to places like Italy? Why are they going to places outside of their nation, but not America? Why are they going to Sweden? Why are they going to Switzerland? Right? Why is no one really coming to America for real? Other than just to make money? I would love to know. If this video helped you, if this was informational, if you got any value from the video, if you're like, yo, I know what you're saying, Henry Aaron, I get what you're saying. Wealthy Westbrooks, I got you, bro. Comment below. I get it. I get it. Say I get it, bro. Alright? And subscribe. That's the number one thing right now, man. Subscribe, man. Subscribe. Or don't. But if you don't, I mean, that's just whack, bro. You gotta do things. You gotta do things. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do things that you would want done for you, bro. If you had a YouTube channel, wouldn't you want people to subscribe to you, bro? You're already watching the video. It don't take nothing but a second. Just boop, hit the button, subscribe, like the video, like it, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on so you don't miss any videos in the future, man. As always, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, blessed, and focused on success. And when you see me drop another video, you already know what to do, fam. Tap in. I gotta hit this traffic. All right, peace.